then ultimately, let's talk about where leads come from, but ultimately, how do we make money, right? So what happens is I'm getting a lot of, sorry, Bobby. I'm getting questions. This is a Dylan Good situation right here, just so you know. I'm getting questions all the way down here in the business when people's main problem is right here, right? Dylan Good is one of those exact deals, right?
Right.
So like, what was the conversation we had over that Zoom? Like, what was the thing I said to you that called you out?
I basically said, I'm overanalyzing stuff. I overthink. I feel like I need to know 100% of stuff before I
asking questions about this, right?
Right.
Which is important, and I love talking about it. But at the end of the day, what was the main problem you're having?
Yeah, you said you're just not taking enough action. You're not taking enough action. You said it's like me telling you to get in the hot tub, I tell you it's hot, but when you get in, you'll get used to it. And you're just coming over, dipping your toe in and saying it's hot. You said, yeah, I just told you.
Yes. I remember that now.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
So what happened? What are you working on? Let's talk about the challenges you currently are faced with. Like, you've obviously jumped into the hot tub. You're starting to get used to it. The challenge is there's like ebbs and flows to this business, right? And the thing that makes people good at this business is that you take these ebbs and flows and you just ride that wave and you realize like that's just part of the business, right? So you are here. I don't assume you're here, but are you here right now? Have you feel like you've leveled off on leads, or do you feel like your leads are continually growing?
My leads are coming in decently. As far as I do kind of feel there because I was having conversations with people and it was like, this guy's interested, this guy's interested, this guy's interested, and it kind of went down to like where they're, well, no, not really, I'm not that motivated, and then the motivation fell off. So it seems like it may be starting on the upside again, but
so
just
you were kind of like this, right?
Right.
So the challenge is most people don't realize that the business actually doesn't look like this. The business actually looks like this, right? Mm-hmm. So when you're going through these little lulls, it's just a plateau. It's not like you're falling apart, it's just a plateau. And then what happens is most people kind of fall apart here, and they go, oh, I'm having a problem. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. They're second guessing themselves. And what do? They start deviating from the path, okay? And if I go through the list, right, if I go through every single person here, I can guarantee you I can name that they have a problem regarding leads. Does everybody raise their hand? Are we all in agreement there? So the goal is, how do you get to a point? So like Cody and I had a conversation yesterday. We have, right now, an average of 500 leads coming in every single month. These are paid leads, okay? We don't spend a lot of time on the free leads anymore. Like I teach a lot of guys like Vincent, tons of people. Dylan, your deal that we're closing on this week came from a free lead.
Right. Yeah, that's great.
I don't spend a ton of time doing that anymore because I don't want to cannibalize my students' world inside of Phoenix. If I was the guy competing with Debbie on leads here, do you think that people are going to send me their dead leads or Debbie their dead leads? Right? If I'm marketing and saying, send me your dead leads, that would become a problem, right? So I've slowed down on that. I don't broadcast that anymore. And so a lot of my dead lead sources have kind of fallen out the window. But that doesn't matter. We have a machine working. So what I want to talk about for a little bit is like individually, where is everybody's leads coming from? Brooke, are you working leads right now?
Yes, a little bit on Zillow, and I look at PropStream too.
Okay, so let's go through that. Does everybody understand this versus this?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Everybody feel when you're going through this, it feels like this?
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Believe me, it's taken me years to understand that one little principle.
It's good to see that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wish somebody told me that 10 years ago. Because you start guessing yourself and you deviate from the plan, right?
Start worrying and thinking things aren't happening.
Right.
Cry a little.
100%. So Debbie, what are you doing to generate leads?
Texting,
Okay,
calling.
What are you using for texting?
batch.
Okay, so you're using batch,
I'm using batch.
SMS, and you're cold calling yourself?
Nope. I have a VA.
Good
but
job.
I do some little bit.
Okay, so that's a paid lead source. What about free lead source? Are you doing any free lead source?
Networking.
Okay, networking. Don't say that like that's not a good idea.
That's a
You're
good
like,
idea.
was that a statement or a question? Networking. Okay, so that's Debbie. Brooke, what about you?
PropStream, batch.
Okay, what are you doing on PropStream?
I'm looking at pre-foreclosure.
Okay. And when you're saying you're looking at pre-foreclosures, what are you doing? Are you calling them? Are you texting them? How are you doing outreach to those sellers?
Batch, and I am calling them.
Got it. Okay. Awesome. And Brooke, how are you feeling about that? How are you feeling about your leads right now?
Devastated.
Okay. Love it. That's a great. The honest answers are always appreciated.
And you got Pace's list as well, haven't you? Or we.
Oh, I did a little bit. Yeah, I did a little bit on your list
Okay.
as well.
Cool. Lucky, what about you?
The lead which you sent, those one.
That lady?
The leads.
Okay.
The Arizona
Oh, you're talking
list.
about a lady? Well, he had a lady that he wanted me to talk to, and I was like, bro.
Yeah, she's still selling it. I'm still talking with her.
Okay, so Lucky, I'm gonna assume that you have no lead generation right now.
Generation is from I have another software called REI Pro.
Okay.
That's where I'm getting the lead from.
REI Pro's cool.
And another one is direct from the title agency. They're sending me the leads.
Okay, so they're sending you a list.
Yes.
How are you generating a lead out of that list?
The list I'm getting the skip trace and then start calling from there.
Okay, so are you calling every day?
Not every day.
Okay. These are the answers I already know. These are the questions I already know the answer to. I'm just getting you to admit it. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
So Dave.
Another one is the website for pre-foreclosure, the county website.
Oh, okay, cool. So pre-foreclosures.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's my best list actually. The
Okay,
website itself.
So, prop stream for partially calling and door knocking.
Okay. Do you feel like you're doing that consistently?
The door knocking, yes. The cold calling, no, because I hate cold calling.
Dylan?
I am doing SMS with badge.
How many are you sending a day?
Roughly probably about 200.
Okay.
150 to 200 because just me by myself and going on appointments at the
I get
same
it.
time.
What else?
So,
What else?
I squatted up with an integrator in my market that is really good, that has SEO leads and stuff coming into him. So,
Good move. I like it. What else?
I sent the text out and then I went door knocking the ones that didn't answer for the pre-foreclosure. So and left
Okay.
notes on.
What about free lead source?
Yep.
Are
Yeah,
you are you
I'm
still doing the
still
Instagram
doing
stuff?
social. Yeah, still
Okay.
still doing social.
Okay, I'm gonna. I don't want to talk to you. What about you, Marlon?
We got cold calling, door knocking, and social media.
Okay. Tristan?
A bit of door knocking, your lists and batch lists, and what else we got? We got your list and some driver dollars list I'm going through as well.
Got it. And what you're primarily doing is cold calling or texting?
Texting and cold calling,
Okay.
not enough. I'm just pushing that list up. I'm gonna probably get called towards soon.
Do you guys have any questions about the lead stuff before we
No,
jump into
totally
it?
good.
No,
We've been
you're
doing
perfect.
batch SMS.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, does anybody let's rate our lead generation. Debbie, 1 to 10, how good are you? How good of a job right now are you generating leads on a daily basis that are new? Don't worry about this video; it's not going anywhere.
That consistency?
Consistency.
Oh.
1 out of 10. Give me.
I mean, I have my daughter, doing the SMS.
Give me
She's
the
good.
short answer. Rate it
Okay.
to 1 to 10. 5. Okay. Where did I put Debbie? Okay, there she is. 5. Lucky. 5. Dave.
I'd say 4 or 5.
Okay, 4 or 5. Brooke. Be honest.
3, 2,
Okay.
1.
I'm gonna give it 2 or 3. Dylan.
I'll probably say 5 to 6 on consistency.
I was
I'm
gonna say 6. Marlon.
I'll say like 6 or 7.
Okay. 6 or 7. Tristan.
Say 3. I'm not very consistent.
Okay. And what about Bash Brothers over here?
Probably like a 2 right now.
Okay, 2 or 3. Got it. Okay. So, do you guys see why I did this? Does this help a little bit?
Yeah.
It's not what you wanted to talk about, but it's really what needs to be talked about, right? We're talking about real change here. And then what is this stuff over here? You know what I call this stuff? I call this the bonus zooms. Okay, so like the bonus zooms are me saying, I want to make sure that the money you guys paid on the mentorship is worth it, right? That's the bonus stuff. Like pick a topic, da 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 da. But I think the topic that people get the most help out of are the free Wednesday lead generations, right? Like, I think, Dylan, that's when I called your butt out on the carpet and I was like, yo, why aren't you doing this? I was like, bro, do it right now. Post on social media. You post on social media, you got a lot of leads. Okay, now, what I want to talk about here, and you guys will learn this about me. Debbie, you've been around me a long time. Dave, you've been around me a long time. Lucky, when did you get introduced to me?
For this one?
No, just in general. When did you find out about me?
Last year.
Did we go to lunch one time?
We were at Christmas party.
That's right, okay. Tristan?
End of February, early March.
Cool. You'll learn something about me. I'm never going to push you to spend money on lead generation. Okay, we have a unique ability with what you guys are learning that you guys can bring value to the marketplace that nobody else can bring value, and it's true, legit value, right? Dylan's proof in the pudding right here. I'm so glad Dylan came. So you guys know I'm not full of crap, okay? So let's talk about one thing. So you guys are spending money, so let's talk about this. You're spending money on REI Pro, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. If we spend money and then we add your equation right here, your number, and that number, adding the money and the time and the consistency, that's what this number is. You add these together, what does this equal?
Contracts and deals and money.
Higher cost per lead.
Okay, contracts, results is a good number. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna tell you. If you're going to be inconsistent, I can't control that, right? But I would much rather you be inconsistent on something that doesn't cost you money. I want you spending $0 and being at a 5. I feel like if you're at a 5, you do not deserve to spend money. That's my feeling. And I could be wrong, but that's I'm not wrong. I'm sorry, I'm not wrong. If your consistency factor added with the money you spend is not over 5, you should not be spending any money. Okay, so prop stream's dope, but what I would do if I were new and I hadn't had a deal yet and I needed access to prop stream, it's $100 a month. I almost would call somebody in my Subto squad and go, yo, how do we split this together where 3 or 4 of us have this? Dude, $30, $40 a month. Here's the interesting thing. Did we really save $30 or $40 a month if 3 people squatted up? No, we saved a lot more than that. We had 97, 97, 97. If you can do that to 197, you saved $184 by having 3 people squat up. $184 freaking dollars. Meanwhile, people want to do what's called busy work, right? You want to justify, and sorry for the wrong wording for this, but I call it mental masturbation. What it is you mentally trick yourself into thinking that you're being productive and you're actually doing something because it feels good to be active even though it's just busy work.
I was just having this talk with somebody, when you sit there and you think, you were like, damn, I was busy today. Somebody asked you, what'd you get done? I didn't get shit done now to think about it.
Right.
I've
My
been
desk
having
is
this
clean.
challenge for years, yeah.
My printer's full of paper. My this, that, and the other, right? And you saw the meeting I had with my team today, right, Marlon?
Yep.
It was like boom, 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 boom. Like I have 0 time for BS.
Yeah.
Right? And it's all high production, high everything. Like people come in at the right time. We do our meeting, we move on. You guys actually know how this works better than anybody else. Like when I'm part of your guys' conversations, you guys stay on topic. You get through it really heavy, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
really fast. So I'm gonna talk about the free lead stuff for 5 minutes, and we're gonna jump into the spending money on leads. Do you guys have questions about spending money on leads?
Good. That's perfect.
Okay. Is this valuable at all or no?
Yeah, we do too much.
We're getting towards the end of the conversation with actual negotiation.
Okay. So
Heck yeah.
this is the equation I want you guys to think about in your mind. Should I be? Hey, Shireen. Oh yeah.
She's the
I know, she texted me, he's like, I'm coming.
I know, it's like her
Bobby, are you learning anything here?
He's the luckiest guy.
Well, Bobby one hands right now.
There she is.
We got a good clip right there.
Hi, Shireen.
Hi, carry on, carry on.
Okay, so you see this is just prop stream. Just one prop stream between 3 people that are using prop stream. How How much money in PropStream do you think is being wasted just in this hallway?
Too much.
Who has a PropStream membership?
But I just canceled mine, so
Okay. Good move.
I did.
What you should be doing is going into the Subto Facebook group and go, yo, can I Venmo somebody half of PropStream to use it?
Okay. Tristan offered me too, so I.
Because Tristan's a badass.
Tristan's an innovator.
He is. So guys, like start there. How do we cut your costs down? Because what happens is when this equals 0 right here, this contract essentially equals 0. Do you know what this actually means? This means, what's that?
Negative, whatever.
It's negativity. Yes, it's it's not good. What it means is I call it you're deflated. And what you do is then you second guess yourself. Am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right business? Am I learning from the right people? Am I the second one of these numbers change, this ultimately changes, and now the business makes sense. What happens when you get your first Subto contract? Rochelle gets the deal, you get the contract in your hand, you're getting an assignment fee. What changed?
The action. I mean,
The only thing that changed was this.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that changed.
And that's I blew $10,000 when I first got into this, listening to people because I got texts, I got RVM, I got cold callers.
Can I give you guys like a secret to this industry that maybe you guys already know? There's people I know that make $30,000-$40,000 a month talking about signing up for PropStream. Right? We as influencers get paid to talk about PropStream. We get paid to talk about. You guys hear me talk about it. I just tell you exactly what it is. I go, this is my sushi code. I get paid $20 when you guys sign up for batch. Right? I'm very transparent about it. Other people that are influencers are pissed. Dude, you shouldn't be telling people we get paid on this. But it's true. They're getting paid to influence you to buy products, right? There's people making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 on some of these affiliate things per month. So when you go on YouTube and you're learning PropStream, and do this, you're missing the real boat. And what's happening is you're not wasting $97. As a collective total, we're wasting $600 or $700 just in one hallway. Right? Now take that same $600 or $700, what could you do with it other than just having a PropStream thing? Right? You can do a lot more with it. Okay? So Dylan, because you've been with us for a long time, what are a couple free lead generation sources?
Social media.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Let's go through what that actually means, because I can tell you. Did I make everybody feel guilty yet? Good.
Yeah.
Good. So, you guys didn't know you're going to come here and feel this way, right? I'm so
I
sorry.
didn't realise this was a Catholic.
You didn't even yes, and you didn't even realize. You guys didn't realize it was going to be here. Marlon's like, yo, I'm having a meetup at 5, and Marlon's thinking here like Pace is ruining my whole meetup right now. Okay, so this is absolutely true. If you are not consistent, I would rather be non-consistent on free lead generation than things that cost money. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's talk about free lead generation. What are those free lead generations?
Facebook.
Okay.
Wholesaler outreach.
So let's categorize these into a couple things. So social. Okay, what are those? You got Facebook. You got IG. What else we got? You guys want to hear some other secrets? LinkedIn is good.
TikTok.
TikTok, for sure.
Bigger pockets.
If you use a Twitter.
There you go. I was waiting for somebody to see that. Bigger pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, can I tell you what bigger pockets can do for you guys?
Unlock your world.
Okay. What would I do if literally all I want to do is generate maybe 2 or 3 leads a day? What would I want to do on bigger pockets? Does anybody have an idea there?
Go inside there and ask anybody if they have any sellers that want too much money.
So they have forums there, right? Thousands and thousands and thousands of people go there for advice, and they also spread their knowledge, right? So what I did for about 2 weeks, and it got overwhelming, so I'm going to suggest maybe you guys do this as well. All you do is go in there and answer people's questions as it relates to creative finance. Subject to, seller finance, Marlon's having a jaw-dropping moment here. Okay? Guys, I could literally have a VA do this for me. Right, Shireen? Shireen's like, she already is hiring a VA right now to do this. So what you do is you go in there and people are saying, hey, how do I do this? How do I do this? Hey, have you ever heard of creative financing? I'm doing a lot of that right now, or I think you could solve this utilizing Subto. If you want to know more about it, email me or DM me That's it. You don't go in there and make posts. That's the difference here between what you did is on IG. Here's where people fail on IG. Okay, what you do is you go out and you put it on your post. I don't want you to do it on your post. Where do I want you to put it, Dylan?
Story.
Why?
Because it's more visible.
It's quicker. People share it. They tag it. They open it. They actually read it.
It's less intrusive. It doesn't stay on your page for more than 24 hours. It's there. It's gone, right? It's a small impression. So you make a small impression. You guys want to hear also?
There's probably potentially more outreach too, because with the algorithms and stuff that's on Instagram, you may not even see a post that somebody posts, and you know, a lot more likely to probably see a story.
I don't know enough about how these social media things work and how to engineer them. I mean, I think there's a Zoom I've got to watch from somebody that did it the other week.
Ange.
I can help you.
The nice thing is
I
you
was
really
just
don't even, it's not
thinking
even
train,
complicated and
but
you
I
don't
don't
even
wanna
need to
add any more
understand it.
Yeah.
It's really simple.
I'm happy to do it. I actually
Again,
talked
that's
to
me
Ange about it.
overthinking
She's like, no, I'll
shit.
run with it, but I'm
Yeah,
happy to
like-
do that.
Love it.
The
You
story's
guys, it's
easy.
so powerful. I'm off social right now because I'm kind of have my head in other places, but I literally posted one post for the first time in 3 weeks when I was in Flagstaff and sold an $800,000 house a day.
Oh,
People watch. They are, and I don't have a huge following because I haven't put any energy into it.
Right.
Like, you
I
just-
It'll surprise you who looks at your stories and who sees you. It blows my mind every time.
and storytell. Don't talk at people, just show them what you're doing and talk about it, right?
I
But
also
Tristan will help you.
Oh, thank you. I also want to do a post on how to put two-factor authentication on your social media as well, because there's a few in the group that have been hacked and crap videos and stuff have come through, and that's important as well.
So we put on our stories. I'm going to teach you guys something unrelated to creative finance, okay? If I want to fix and flip houses, so here's my company's goal every single month, okay? Our goal is 12 to 16 wholesale. Who's been in here and seen my team cranking those deals out, okay? Last month we did $140,000 in revenue just from our wholesale business. Then I want to do 2 to 4 fix and flip, and we're going to amplify that probably to 2 to 4 to 6. How am I going to amplify that? How am I going to get more fix and flips? And what most people would look at is, oh, just take your own wholesales. These are two different. This is a completely different business. Okay, so I want to do 2 to 4 fix and flips. How do I do more fix and flips without cannibalizing my own wholesale business? Okay.
Excuse me.
Then my other business, my buy and hold creative finance business, is I want to be between 4 and 8, depending on what capital I have access to during that month. Okay. If it's 8, typically I'm wholesaling 2 or 3, but if it's 4, I'm buying all of them. I'm holding all of those. Okay. I typically buy 1 rental every single week, at least. Okay. Where do these leads come from?
Wholesale business?
Yes. It used to.
Subto family?
Well, I've only bought one from the Subto family. I'm trying not to buy them from you because I don't want to look like I'm trying to like monetize on you guys.
A farm.
Okay, so
That's
there's
disappointing.
4 to 8.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So back in my biggest months in creative finance were October, November, and December.
Yeah.
Okay, and what was I doing in those months different than what I'm doing now? Social media. I was telling people, send me your deals, send me your deals, send me your deals. And in October, I did 17 deals. Not all of these are with Cody, okay? Some of them are on my own. Some of them are with other partners, but I did 17 acquisitions myself. And I thought, wow, this was massive. Before that, my biggest month was 12, which is still massive. Then in November, I did 19, and in December, we contracted 27 subject twos. We ended up wholesaling a lot of them. Then what happened
I have a
is,
question for you on that, Pace.
yeah,
If you don't mind.
yeah.
Those deals that are coming in through your social, are those, they've got to fall into funnels. Are they wholesalers, are they realtors, or are they just people? What do you think the breakdown of that is?
Majority of them are wholesalers. Send me your dead leads. The same thing I'm teaching you guys here. Send me your dead leads. Let me provide value to you, all that kind of stuff. Here's Love Francis right here. I gotta change battery. What's up? I get to see you twice in 1 week? Yes. Cool. Good to see you. You know everybody here?
Yes.
This is Love Francis, Debbie, Brooke,
Yeah.
Lucky. Lucky, is your last name Singh?
Khanwal. Singh is middle name.
Got it. Dave, Dylan, good, feeling good. Tristan, Marlon, and you got the Bash brothers back there, Mario and Luigi.
Hi, everyone.
Come. So, I'm laying some groundwork for my ultimate point, and this was a great question. So your question is this. Your question is, where do those leads, what's the funnel? What does that look like? So here's what I'll do.
Who's the funnel? Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll say, here's what I'm doing. I want to say what I'm doing, who I'm reaching, and why. I want access to your dead leads. Hey, wholesalers, I want access to your dead leads so I can help you close them. Something like that.
Yep.
Okay? That's all I want. What happens is I know that I have the swipe up feature because I have a little bit more followers than most people. So what I do is you just say, text me at blah, blah, blah. Okay? So if somebody says, hey, I have a deal, what I do is I have a Podio link. What does that Podio link do? That Podio link requires them to fill out the information that I need in order to underwrite it. Who's underwriting that deal is Jeff Dwyer. I'm trying to get Tristan in charge of this, actually. I'm trying to give Tristan that opportunity. It'll move forward. It just take a little bit. So Jeff Dwyer then underwrites that deal. And what does Jeff do here? Nope. Jeff categorizes it into multiple things. Let's say it's a trash deal. Let's say it's a wholesale with no equity, whatever. What does he do? He then says, oh, wow, this came from Pace's social. He will take their number down, and then he does weekly outreach to them every single week outside of social media. Is this helpful? Okay, so I've got somebody already sending me a lead. The last thing I want to do is have to ask them to send me leads on a weekly basis through IG stories. I've already established a relationship with them, put them into, forget about this. Where should I put it? You guys don't have this. Where should I put this? Maybe Excel?
Yes, sir.
Maybe Google Sheets, right? Take their number down, and every single week, Jeff goes through and sends out a mass text. What does he use? He uses Scipio. Scipio allows you to just send out a mass text to everybody really, really quick. Doesn't really cost any money at all. And I would definitely take a look at that. Maybe what I should do is have Jeff come on as like a bonus Zoom, right, and show you guys this like this coming Wednesday. Would that be helpful? How much money does this cost me, Brooke?
None.
Right. So number one, my cost is 0. My effort is a 10. Do you think I'm going to get a contract?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay. Is this something that you can do? You don't have to talk to the big bag boogeyman, the motivated seller? Okay. So I take their number. That's if the deal's a bad deal. What happens if it's a deal? Or what happens if it's a fix and flip? What happens if it's a sub 2? He categorizes it, and then Jeff's job is to go back and negotiate and say, we want this deal. That's it. Okay, if it's a bad, so that's if it's a bad deal. Do you know how I found Tino?
Reached out via Instagram.
Okay. I recruited my sales team this way. Okay. That's one little teeny little thing that we did that generated these types of opportunities. It's just people aren't using them. You can literally sit on the toilet. You can lay in bed while you're watching Netflix or ordering something on Amazon and do this one thing. Right? Why wouldn't I do this? I can tell you why a lot of people are not consistently doing this on social media is because they are afraid of their friends and family who follow them on social media from being alienated. Not that they are going to judge you, but just like you're putting out content that doesn't really pertain to your immediate audience. And my question to you is, how many of your bills have those family members paid in the last 6 months? Tell them to unfollow you and go jump off a roof. Not literally, but figuratively. Okay, so that's how I feel. I've gotten to a point a couple years ago that the more of my friends and family that unfollow me, the better. It's a marketing tool, and it's also a networking tool. I only want to hang out with people that I make money with. Right? That's it. Because it's fun. That's my hobby. My hobby is golfing, which I only golf with people I make money with, and making money with people I like hanging out with. That's it. Those are my 2 hobbies. Bobby hangs out with me all the time. That's all. Do I do anything besides those 2 things? No. So don't worry about this. What will happen is you're going to filter 2 things. You're going to bring people to you, right? And then you're also going to filter people that shouldn't be following you in the first place to unfollow you. They won't tell you they're unfollowing you. They'll just silently unfollow you. My sisters have no idea I'm going on a 2-month road trip. All 8 of my sisters unfollowed me on social media. So like I went over to my family's house the other day. Everybody's pregnant right now. Everybody's pregnant. So we're having like baby showers. You guys have seeing it. It's like the economy's good. Everybody's having babies. So
Everybody's staying home.
quarantine. Yeah. What do they call them? The quarantine.
What is that?
Corona boomers.
Corona babies.
No, there's a name. I can't think of it.
There's a good name, and
Yeah, it's
it
a
was
really
so
good one.
witty when I saw it. I was like, it's so good. So this is where people, like the anxiety of posting is coming from, right? Especially probably Brooke. Because you're in the millennial world where like
Yes.
posting is cool.
Yeah.
Just go through the people that you don't want.
Who wants to give a 23-year-old leads?
Dude,
You'll be surprised.
Okay.
I'm 23 and people give me leads.
right, right.
24/7.
I love the transparency because that's what we're trying to do here, right? Is eliminate this kind of stuff.
Right.
Okay? So anywhere, like you are so lucky you're here in Phoenix, Arizona.
I know. I'm so blessed.
Oh my gosh. You if you're not posting, here's what I would do. Okay, let's go through this and let's make a plan of attack. So I would do something like this. Not every single time do you want to ask for dead leads. You also want to talk about, oh my gosh, thank you guys for the dead leads. We're making things happen, right? So Dylan, he didn't do this. I already know the answer is no. Dylan, did you after you got the leads, after you got the lead and we went and got a deal, I'm not asking you to tag the guy that you got the lead from, but did you openly thank social media for sending you leads?
I just posted one yesterday that said closing on a deal this week that a wholesaler sent to me.
Perfect. Did you ask for something on that post?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Dang, I was completely wrong.
Oh.
Good job.
I said send me more.
So do you see how the content doesn't have to be the same post over and over and over? You guys should read this book called Story Brand, right? You need to create a story of like, it's not just every day the same exact thing. It's like, hey, I'm asking for leads. Hey, I'm asking for leads. Hey, I'm asking for leads. Hey, I got leads. Hey, I got a deal. Thank you for the leads. And then start back over, right? So it's probably 15 different posts that you're progressively, chronologically posting that will get people to understand, oh my gosh, I totally see what Dylan's doing, right? Worked with a seller, like you should be like, yo guys, I closed on a seller with no equity, no cash flow, still turned it into a deal. Hit me up if you want to know how, right? That's not like rocket science. It sounds like common sense when it comes out of my mouth, right? I'm not telling you something you don't already know. I'm just giving you permission to do it.
Yeah.
Debbie, what are you going to post? You're like one of the best people at posting social media, but you're not doing a lot of asking, right?
Yep.
How do we get Debbie asking for more?
Question marks.
I'm not shy to ask, but I have to find a way to ask.
Let's figure that out right now. There's no time like the present. Let's figure that out. I can give you the answer. Do you want me to give you the answer?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds to come up with something.
I like Bobby's answer.
What's Bobby's answer?
Put a question mark at the end of it. Post your post, but that question mark at the end.
Oh, interesting. I like that. So here's what I would do if I was Debbie. You're a real estate agent. Most of your audience are real estate agent related, right?
Okay.
So I would make a post that said something. You're kind of a real estate agent?
No,
You're,
just kidding.
you are. Come on. You're the good kind of real estate agent. I would make a post that says something along the lines of, hey, what are other real estate agents doing with no equity listings? I think I have the solution. Hit me up if you want to chat.
Cool.
Say that again.
I'm hitting
No,
her.
just kidding. I'll text you. I'm just kidding.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you see what visionaries' brains do? These are the little things that I bring to the table that Cody doesn't do, right? Cody does 1,000 things like way better, but those little things, you could have come up with that. I'm just giving you a little bit of fuel.
Yeah.
So now you kind of see the template. You can come up with 25 different iterations of that. How often should you be posting to get dead leads?
Every day.
But did you post anything about a dead lead
No.
right there?
Not Not
Would it-
yet.
Does it accomplish the same task if I say something like, hey, I'm wondering what other real estate agents do?
Yeah, that would be like, a lot of people would start
Does
DMing now.
can everybody come up with their own iteration of that you
Yeah.
don't feel like you're constantly broadcasting, send me dead leads, send me dead leads, send me dead leads?
That's like indirectly asking now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Problem
this
It's-
is how women
it's the
communicate
pain
anyway, is never directly
But
talking.
Yeah,
It's like-
I
Just
know, we
F
kind
around all
of
the time.
indirect.
Okay,
I'm getting
It's-
nervous.
it's
why?
This is a very.
Oh, well, he's probably just gonna put this in the Subto crew so
Oh,
other people
okay.
can hear it. It's not going
I
on
sub
YouTube.
two crew.
You have to get used to the reality.
You know what? I don't mind being on TV.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Like he's
I
gonna
re-
be on TV someday, so you have to be a part of it. you know?
So, is that something you feel like you can do?
Yes.
Love Francis, let's talk about what are you doing? You missed the whole beginning of this whole thing.
I know, but I will catch up.
So let's talk about something. What are you doing to generate leads? Don't tell me what list you're pulling, don't tell me any of that, don't tell me the tools you're using. What mechanism are you using to actually generate warm leads?
Yeah, so I have a couple of real estate friends, so I've been directly messaging them,
Love it,
asking
love it.
them to add me to their expired listings.
Love it.
And I've gotten a couple of those. As
You
well
have a
as-
girl also in the free Facebook group from Israel that is helping you you're squatted up with her on certain things, right?
on certain things, but I'm just letting that go because
It's a pain in the butt?
Yeah, it's just too much of a pain.
But it showed you like she can bring you leads, right?
Yeah, and that's actually what I've been doing as well. I have another deal with a wholesaler in Atlanta, and I'm talking to the seller tomorrow, so I'm actually getting it through that as well.
Love it. Okay. So we're not talking about spending any money on any leads, right?
Yeah.
Debbie, let's come up with one more before I move on from you. What's another thing I can post?
I was thinking about making like affiliates to your brand.
What do you mean?
Have people reach out for you even and give them a referral based on the deals that they bring you that close.
Oh, that's a smart idea.
Social media bird dogs?
Yeah.
Just get on a live video with you.
So many
I had
real estate
25
agents
people
and other
hit me
people
up
that
right
have
after
expired
I got
listings.
off of the 25-hour live the other day.
Oh, well, yeah, the big purpose of that was I was like, guys, hit up Dylan. Hey, guys, hit up, everybody got leads. So social media is pretty powerful, right? It's like Grant Cardone said a couple years ago, is standing on stage and somebody says, oh, I'm not a social media person. He goes, then you're an irresponsible business owner. Irresponsible. Like, dang, that's so powerful. Like, you are irresponsible if you are not consistently doing that.
I think I'm conflicted between putting myself out there on social media. I mean, I'm comfortable being on camera, but it's just, there's a level of privacy that I've always kind of kept. So it's just,
So
I guess I don't need to be on the social media, but just using it for
yeah.
my needs.
Well,
and stuff.
it shows and showcases who you are, right? So you don't have to openly say, hey, here's everything I
Yeah, you
got.
don't
but
have to
you can
just-
present yourself as a business owner who's doing creative financing.
Right, and you don't even have to post any of your personal life on there.
Yeah.
Maybe throw your dog on there every now and then or something. But most of it's going to be business stuff. Hey guys, we're looking at this house today, doing this, doing that.
Like this is a great story right here. It shows activity.
So I like that. So Tristan, what you're thinking right now is Tristan's thinking people want to do business with people they like. So I need to post about myself in order for people to get them to like me, right?
I think it's more, I don't like the amount of stuff that people are posting about their sushi and the fact that they just got a load of drama in their life. That's what.
Oh, he's
kind
making
of
a joke about my sushi.
That's what puts me off social media, is seeing all of that crap on there. So I don't want
Love
to
it.
be posting anything that
So
kind of
here's what
links me to that.
this was my belief as well a long time ago. Like I need to let people know who I am so that people want to talk to me, right? So where did my social media journey start? Did it start with real estate? Not even close. It started when Instagram first started. I had just come out of something and I had like 3 weeks where I wasn't working. And somebody told me about Instagram and I was like, dope. Had my little boy, had my dog, my wife, we were sitting by the pool. If you guys go all the way back, the first day I posted on Instagram, it was over 8 years ago. And from that point, the next day, my wife and I went on a Manhattan trip for like a week. And so I was using Instagram consistently and I just kind of figured out the mechanics behind it and it became a hobby. Then I started posting before and after photos of my construction work because I was a contractor at the time. And then I realized that I was doing $5 to $10 million in business all from my social media. I never once advertised. How did I get the Open Door contract where I was Open Door's #1 contractor for 5 years? Instagram. Instagram, right? And Shireen's talking about it really specifically. That's it. So, why did Open Door hire me? Is it because they saw pictures of my Shih Tzu?
No, you're next one.
They saw, so people wanted to do business with people they like, which means I need to broadcast myself is what I thought. But the post that people actually cared about was this.
People that do business.
Right. Put this on my gravestone. It's the one thing I care about that I coined was people want to do business with people they like, yes. But people want to do business with people who do business is the real answer. Okay, so if you're showing yourself doing business, and doing business can be a variety of different things. It can mean you're doing business. It can mean that you're learning something about business. It can mean that you're networking with other people that are doing business. And it just shows that you actively care about doing business. Yeah. Therefore, other people who do business will be gravitated to you, right?
Brilliant, yeah.
So the thing is, and this is one of my favorite things I ever learned, came from Tom Kroll. I'll give Tom Kroll the credit. Tom Kroll told me, your vibe will attract your tribe. So if you want to do business with people who do business, then you need to show what you're doing in business. Now, the other thing, Brooke, going back to this for you, the other reason why you don't want to post is not just the anxiety of, oh my gosh, my friends are going to think I'm, especially at your age. Bobby had the same thing. You know what Bobby's problem was? He's a BMXer, so you know what problem with the BMX crew is? They're anti-establishment. Right, Bobby?
Yeah.
It's like if you're all about money, it's like, oh, that you're. Yeah. When you're younger and you're talking about like, oh, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, people are like, oh, right? It's not until you get older and then you actually get real bills that people are like, dude, good job talking about money.
That's when I want to show my progress, and that's when, then I feel like that's when, my social media will be up, is when I have those pictures of actually what I'm doing.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of people starting out too that wants to see what a journey looks like from the beginning to the next step to learning to all the way up to the ladder.
So let's talk about, Pace can talk, I can talk all about some dope stuff all day long, right? Because I'm doing things at a pretty high level. But where should you post about? If you're like, oh, I don't have the stuff Pace is talking about, what should you post about? You should you should post about what you're learning. Are you reading a book right now? Did you read Rocket Fuel?
Started.
Okay, so take the first sentence in the book and be like, yo, I'm just starting this book, put it on a story and be like, I'm starting this book, Rocket Fuel, wish me luck. Literally that simple. Right. What you're doing is you're broadcasting like, I care about learning, and you're going to start attracting those people, right? And then what I would do is I would find the 5 or 6 people that you really care, that you feel like are going to judge you, whether your friends, your boyfriend, whatever it is, and block them from your stories.
Yo, could I share something?
Yeah, please.
So check it out. With the social media posts too, I know a lot of people don't want to start advertising what they're doing until they feel they got it to a point of perfection or it's cleaned up enough. But think about some of your favorite artists, right? It's like if you listen to, I don't know if anyone likes rap, if you listen to someone like Logic, he's becoming like more he's becoming like more mainstream now, and you get to be like, oh yeah, I listen to Logic, but then some people are like, what do you mean you listen to him? Like, I've been listening to him since like the mixtapes and back when he was trash and when he was just rapping at high school at the cafeteria, that's when I started listening to him. So you rob people of that for yourself. You're taking away that ability for them to say like, dude, I've been rocking with Brooke since she was like when she started day one, because you didn't want to put it out till it was a finished product. So let people join. Yeah, like they want to see you rise up and they want to be able to say, I've been there from the beginning.
That's really good.
Yeah, that was very powerful too.
I'll add on that. So I have a clothing company on the side sort of thing, and I had never done clothing company. I didn't know anything about clothing company. For that company picked up more momentum. I had people from across the world reaching out to me because it was me like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing in here. I'm just putting stuff together. I'm flying to meet this. It was my story of building it.
Right.
That attracted more than that built a tribe of people that reached out to collaborate and do stuff way more than me being like, I've got this awesome thing, check it out now.
Right.
People are like, oh, I can help you, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was, people want to be involved,
right.
Yeah.
Transparency too, like, oh, you don't have it all figured out. Perfect.
Right.
You're real.
And the biggest thing that's going to surprise you, there are people currently in your circle that want to be entrepreneurs, that want to be investors, that want to do this, who also haven't spoken up. You're giving them permission, and it's going to be insane. I literally have this kid right now that does parkour I've coached him, worked with him. He's like a 16, 17-year-old kid, and he reached out to me. He was like, dude, I see everything you're doing with real estate, and like, can we hop on the phone and talk? And he's like, dude, I flip like clothes and gear like online, and like I have no one to talk to about this. So then he and I started talking, and I assumed like he knows what's going on in my mind. So I'm like, yo, dude, like that's crazy. Like, what are your KPIs? What's this and that? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh, you don't know about this stuff? So then he was saying like, dude, I bought this thing for $20, sold it for $27. I only made like $7. I was like, forget the $7 you made. What's that in a percent? And then we broke it down to, he was like, oh shoot, like I've made over like 25% on my money. And I was like, yeah, like your parents didn't even make 25% on their money this year. Like you're doing better than your parents right now. And we got to have that conversation all because I listened to this guy and just started posting random real estate stuff on my Instagram. And it's been blowing up. It's like, it's.
Dude, you are so good at posting and you're consistent. It's very good. So again, what is the first thing we talked about?
Motivated sellers.
Lead generation, whether it's paid for or not paid for, and then what's the additional quotient that jumps in there is our consistency factor, right? And I wanted to like make you guys all feel guilty, but then I wanted to show you a solution to that that's way easier. And just what Marlon said is, I love what he said. He said two things today that like I learned. That was one of them. You're robbing people. You're stealing from people that need you to show them stuff, right? The other thing I learned from him was really, really good was we're not finding houses, we're finding sellers. It was interesting, like I know it's common sense, but the way you verbalized it, I was like, Marlon, dude, thanks for flying out, dog. That was really good. And I was like, I will give credit every time I steal that. Anyway, we can talk about that whole topic another day, but it's like a 30-minute thing that I would want to go into, like what that actually means to me, because it simplifies the whole thought process for a lot of people. They think, oh, I'm finding a distressed house. No. You're finding a distressed seller who made bad decisions, and you're the person coming. It's like, it doesn't matter what the market is doing. There's always people making bad decisions or bad things happening to good people, and you're the solution to that. You just need to find those people. And you're not looking for houses, you're looking for people. I was like, that's so good.
That's awesome.
So we can spend money all day long, but it's just going to get you deflated, and it's going to make you feel unmotivated, and then you're going to be like, I'm doing something wrong, I'm doing something wrong. I love what Love Francis is doing. I love everybody that's doing free lead generation. There's no reason you should be spending a ton of money until you're ready to scale, right? So, Dylan, what do you go kill things, right? You like kill animals and stuff, because you live in a part of the country that's like the thing to do.
It's not normal if you don't do that.
Right. So
It's your nature.
100%. And if you don't have croquis on your glasses that are orange, you're not normal. Right. So my question to you is, like, if you went out hunting and they went to Cabela's and they spent $5,000 on gear, brand new bow, the best of the best of the best of everything, a freaking Yeti cooler that's $600, all that stuff, and then you're like, bro, this guy's like the man. He is decked out, but you find out he's never actually killed a deer or done whatever things you guys kill.
That's half of the influencers on Instagram.
Right. So what I'm telling you guys to do is, like, don't be that person where you go buy all the shiny things and think that spending money is going to make you work in this business. Like, the Indians have been killing deer with freaking sticks since, like, thousands of years ago. Why do you feel like you got to be decked out with all the stuff? So if you guys are using PropStream and you're not doing deals, you guys should be squatting up and Venmoing money to each other. First and foremost, like, we're wasting, just this room alone, we're wasting $600 a month. And I get paid $20 when you guys sign up for PropStream. Cancel that. Okay? Dude, we didn't even talk about all the other stuff. Holy crap. So this is what I'm going to challenge you guys, because I could talk literally all night long, is I want to see you guys. And do you guys know how to tag me on an Instagram story without me seeing it?
No, how do you do that?
So take my name and tag me, and you can shrink it down so small that you can't see it, or you can hide it behind a GIF or hide it behind something. Tag me. I want to see you guys, what you guys are posting. And I'll reply back and be like, yo, that was money. Maybe do this a little bit different. Or, hey, here's another idea for the next post. But you guys should be doing that. And I want to see, especially everybody in this room. Like, I want to see everybody posting it. Okay? And I know Shireen will do it. And I know Debbie will do it now that you have permission. I know Love will do it. I know Brooke. So, Brooke, let's go do a specific thing that you should do. Okay? Something specific, like tonight. Or even shoot right now.
Let's do it now.
This,
Right?
yes.
Absolutely.
We'll do it live. Let's do it. We'll do it live. So, what I want you to do is, I almost want to grab it because I'm so good at doing this
You
that
should.
I can do it in like 2
should.
seconds.
There you go.
I'm not going to get
Yeah,
you a
my phone's
DM from your
like
boyfriend or anything at the same
Oh my
time.
God, no. He doesn't
We
care.
don't like that guy.
I was gonna say, yeah, he doesn't care very much.
Block him first.
Nobody
Yeah.
likes him.
Yeah, he's out.
I need a new one.
He's out. Yeah, who wants to be Brooke's boyfriend?
Yeah.
Raise your hand.
I'm an independent woman, okay? Independent.
Yeah.
I don't need no man.
She's on hiatus right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on hiatus because I'm doing too many deals.
Yeah, there we go.
She's working on money moves.
Yes. On myself. Gotta love yourself.
Okay, I almost don't want to do this because my voice is different than yours, right? Because I'm going to use words that you wouldn't use.
Why? Why don't you do it and then I will.
Okay.
I will
Well, I'll tell
learn.
you what I would say, and then you can type in your own words. What I would say is something really simple. Here's your first post. Your first post would be something like, I turn the AC off or turn the AC way on, but the hallway doesn't get a lot of air. So, what I would post is I'd say something like,
iPhone charger?
No, it's Android.
I would say something like, grateful for all my new friends I've met in the last 30 days in Arizona real estate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then tag like a handful of these guys. That's it. Then you're looking at like, okay, well, how am I going to get leads? Again, remember, a lot of this is a story brand, right? You've got to tell a story like, oh, Brooke is learning real estate. Oh, that's cool. You have 2 people that are pieces of shit in your life, in my opinion.
Yes.
And both of them are giving you negativity to what you're doing.
A lot, yeah.
And the challenge is like, oh, it's so hard to give somebody advice about their own life, you know
I
what I'm
know,
saying? It's
yeah.
really hard. And you are so smart, you're so amazing, which is why we recently gave you the opportunity that you have that I won't tell anybody about, but you have an opportunity that nobody else has in this room.
Right.
Because we see something in you that,
And I appreciate
that
it.
your people in your life don't see.
I appreciate it.
The biggest challenge, and I think everybody probably can feel this, is that people don't want you to grow because they feel like you're going to outgrow them and leave them behind, right?
Yes. That's
Has
the
everybody, has
biggest
anybody
thing.
ever
Yes.
dealt with that in life?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went to
100%.
some personal and professional development back in 2008, and it was one of the reasons that I became divorced or ended up divorced because I grew past where I was. And this is just the private group, right? And that was one of the reasons I stood up for myself and didn't tolerate shit that I wasn't willing to tolerate anymore, you know? So I
The
definitely
older
feel
you
that.
get, the more you realize how fast life is going.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I think that now it's already going way too fast for me, and I'm like, I should be way, where I wanted to be now, when I was 16, and I'm like, no, I need to catch up where I want to be.
when you have a kid, it goes in fast.
Yeah, I don't need a kid right now. I'm trying to get where I need to be, and I get that. Having kids, having something that impacts your life makes you, having to go through. And didn't you say you lost your job before, and then now look at you doing deals.
I've been laid
and
off for like 9 months now. for my
yeah,
job.
so and then bam, you got a deal and you took action, and that's
Okay,
what you
so what you should do is get everybody's Instagram in here and tag everybody on that post. Okay? And what I want you to do is then the second post you make is that tomorrow, if you're not reading a book 15, 20 minutes a day, then you're probably not progressing forward, right? Don't let the bonus Zooms be where you learn anything.
Right. But sometimes I do. I learned a lot through. But yeah, you're
Did
right.
anybody watch the calls today?
Hmm?
No.
How good were those
I was
calls?
on a plane, I think.
Yeah, LaShawn. Oh my god. But
Oh.
she wasn't feeling happy. You could tell.
Dude,
I
we
saw-
got
yeah,
her like $2
I
million
know, she was like-
in private capital, and she was pissed.
Yeah, she was pretty mad.
It's like a multi-family like partner.
Because she wanted that house because it was so beautiful, and she like really wanted it, and then she was like disappointed at everything. But then she got a lender, and then
Still not
she was like,
It's on the.
but her boyfriend was so happy.
Because he saw the vision there. He was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So LaShawn, the tribute to LaShawn, she's like, I want contracts, I want contracts, I want contracts. She was so like tunnel vision, which is in a lot of ways good thing, like laser focus. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. And although I do fix and flips, buy and holds, wholesale, and land development, my favorite passion of all is creative financing. And I created a 1-hour video to show you exactly how I use creative financing to build my real estate business. So click on the link below and go check it out.